Last time I was at Rev Pro, I said, I'm here to make a statement. So what have I done this week? I started off this week on the other side of the globe. I come over back to the UK. I've had 5 matches this weekend, and I come to Morecambe and I defeat the former British heavyweight champion. That's what I call making a statement. But man like Sha Samuels, you know, he didn't like that. He didn't like that someone's come here to outshine him. So what does he want to do? He wants to jump man from behind. Do you really think you're the first person to ever jump me from behind? I've been jumped many, many, many times, and every single time I get back up on my feet because you can't keep me down. So listen here, Shah. Next time I see you, it's on sight. Ain't no business. I'm not here to make a statement. I'm here to f*** you up. Jeez.
No. Right, let me get this off my chest right now. Last week, Doncaster Dome, I came and spoke to the camera, and I was like, I don't know what my road to Wembley is. I've got to cause some chaos. I've got to cause some carnage. I've got to have some momentum. But I don't have that right now, do I? Man like Dereiss, he's just beat me 1, 2, 3 in the middle of that ring. Bash at the Bay in Morecambe. And I'm not the kind of guy who likes to make excuses. But that's not right. That's not right. I'm a former 2-time undisputed British heavyweight champion. And we're on the road to Wembley, and I don't know where that road leads. But I'm going to take a little stop right now, a little break, write little services on that road. Because the only thing that matters to me right now is you, Dereiss. Your cards are marked, and I'm focused on you. All my energy is going to be on you. Because if I've got to go on that road to Wembley, I've got to get my win back. I've got to mug you off. I've got to prove I can beat you. I've got to prove I deserve to be at Wembley. So man like Dereiss, watch your back. Pay attention, because you don't know when the East End Butcher is coming, and I'm coming straight for you. And I promise you, as God, as my witness, you are going to get the beating of your life. Next time me and you are one-on-one in that ring, you're going to get everything from the East End Butcher. Morecambe! It's been emotional. East!
Morecambe, it seemed to me that you didn't like me beating up your Lana Austin, but I quite did. And I'd quite like to bring Lana Austin to Rev Pro territory and do it again. But speaking of Rev Pro territory, let's talk about the Revolution Rumble, where me and Rio made history by being the first ever women to enter the Rev Pro Rumble. 28 men, 2 women. And Rio, you decided to jeopardise our chances of winning and throw me out. I genuinely believe that together, one of us could have won that Rumble and changed the game forever for us. But you're too pussy to sit me down and have a conversation about any problems that's going on in your mind. You ain't the leader of the pack. You're just a snake in the grass.
Did you see that? I nearly had you won. Oh, the fans loved me. The superstar, the best, Lana Austin, they loved me. And they'll love me no matter where we go, Kanji. No matter where we wrestle, they will always love Lana Austin. Because you, in fact, are the biggest loser I've ever seen. And next time, you will not beat me. I will beat you.
Tonight, Tom and Shire got another opportunity in a Rev Pro ring. You see, I've gotten opportunities that I would have never gotten other than a Rev Pro ring. I've wrestled Tanahashi, I've wrestled Shibata, and today in Morecambe, I wrestled the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, Callum Newman. and it wasn't for the championship, maybe one day, hey, maybe Cal, maybe we go to America, maybe England again, maybe we go to Japan. We wrestle for that IWGP championship. I've wrestled the Young Guns along with my partner, One Call Manners, for that tag team championship, and can't wrestle for the Cruiserweight championship, but maybe if I lose a couple of LBs. I think there's one other opportunity that I would love. Everybody's on the road to Wembley, but before, Jay Joshua, you got something I want. I think you know what I want. I'm not a hard man to find. Anytime you want to find out, I'll show you that cowboy way. Without Mills, without the One called Manders, just you and I. You want to be my Huckleberry?
Oh, why? Why? Why me? Why does it always have to be me that has to get in the ring with these luchadors, huh? Mystico, Dorada, Blue Panther, Neon. Now this flamboyant prick, Fuego, huh? Why? Lucha Libre is the worst form of professional wrestling in the entire world. It is my least favourite form of professional wrestling. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Awful excuse for wrestlers. Tell you what, actually, you know what? I've done it a couple of times now. And I've come up short every single time. Tell you what, I got a challenge for any luchador out there. If you want to come to Rev Pro, if you want to come here to the UK and face anyone at all, let it be me. So I can beat you black and blue and send a message back to Mexico, but luchadors are not welcome here.
People always talk about well-oiled machines. Well, tonight, the new Sons of Southampton were the whole damn factory. And if that was a 3-on-3, we would have got the job done.
Yeah, but it wasn't, was it? Huh? It wasn't a 3-on-3, right? Because it was a 4-on-3. Everyone talks about how people like us explore the numbers and do all of that, but if anyone else does it, you know, our esteemed guests and partners in this huge show do it, then it's okay and it's celebrated because there's 2 weights and 2 measurements and people like to let their favorites do whatever they want to do. But then the people that aren't on the list get to suffer the consequences of having to do things the right way, despite the goalposts on the right way continue shifting. Here's the real story about what happened today. Today was a huge deal for Revolution Pro Wrestling and for Morecambe. Wrestling scene here is bigger because the new Sons of Southampton were involved in it, and you really had to force your way with the numbers game into defeating a trio like the new Sons of Southampton. Remember, when we were talking about Rev Pro revolving around us, sounds like today is another proof that what I say becomes reality. I'm a prophet, gang.
Fantastic! Hey, new Sons of Southampton! I spy with my little eye the winners from Morecambe and Odyssey Pro Wrestling, Omega Luke, the Morecambe Bay champion Alexander Gray, and Ryan Hunter.
Listen, new Sons of Southampton, 10 years, 1 decade, month in, month out, I have represented Morecambe and carried this town on my back.
Damn right.
So if you come to Hunter's house, you get exactly what you deserve.
And if you dare disrespect Morecambe, you disrespect all of us.
And if you boys ever want a rematch, we can always have an away day. And David Francisco, you want to talk about it being 4-on-3? The only reason I got involved was because you tried to cheat twice. Feet on the ropes, steel chair. Listen, as far as we're concerned, it's been nice having a revolution here in Morecambe. But just remember, when it comes to Morecambe wrestling, we've got an Odyssey.
What do you want, huh? You know, I think I'm sick of you lot laughing. Every single time RKJ gets ahead, someone comes here and robs me, huh? Where's Driller been for the last 3 years, 4 years? Nowhere. Nowhere to be seen. But no, Ricky Knight Jr., I've been here carrying Rev Pro. I've been here carrying this company, carrying this f***ing wrestling organisation. Back to the drawing board. I'll be back. And for sure, I'll be back to a shithole like this. G'day.
What a great weekend it has been for the Iron Queen. I am still the undisputed Rev Pro British Women's Champion, and All City got promoted to the Premier League yesterday. I must say, the Mazuma Stadium here in Morecambe, terrible place. Not quite the MKM, not quite Wembley. And speaking of which, that is my next goal, because I now know what it feels like to be a winner at Wembley. So you best believe that the best thing out of Hull since Ollie McBurney is going to make sure that she's still got this Women's Championship by the time we get there.
See these eyes? I am jet lagged. I am just home from a 30-hour travel day in Australia, but it doesn't matter because I am back in Rev Pro and I just had a title match and no, it didn't go how I would have liked to. I am not the new champion, but I sure as hell did prove that I am one of the best women here and I am going to continue to build that momentum.
I think people were wondering if fans were wondering if the Morecambe Rev Pro show, will it be a big show? Will it? I think I've heard the phrase, will it count? Will it matter? And I think that anytime wrestlers step into a ring, it matters. And I think anytime that Michael Oku, anytime that a Luke Jacobs, anytime that a Jay Joshua steps in the ring, it matters. And I think that we should highlight that now I've not only eliminated Jay Joshua from the Rumble, but I've also now pinned him. He is the undisputed British heavyweight champion. I just think that it's only right that we all together think about the fact that I should be next in line for a championship match. It's all I want. It's Isaac, could you cut? Sorry, actually, you can. Isaac, listen. Okay, listen, I get it. I know there's been a lot of things have happened, obviously. I wanted to thank you. Okay. First of all, because I noticed that, like, at the Rumble, when Xander went right after me, for whatever reason, he jumped me and you went right for him, you pulled him off me, and I'm grateful for that, okay? And not only did I want to thank you, but I also wanted to, apologize, all right? Because I understand. Okay, look, it's good that you're here. In fact, could you stay here for 1 second? Just stay here for 1 second, okay? I'm gonna just stay. I'll be right back, okay? Just keep rolling. Okay. All right. Okay. Cool. Listen. I know this is weird. All right. I know you're probably thinking what this is. It's a gun. It's obviously it's a toy gun. I don't know if you recognize this. This is a gun for Time Crisis, but this is like the PS1 version of it. If you remember, years ago, it was your birthday weekend. It was a really cool time. All right, I went over to your house. A bunch of us were there. You know, Velocities were there. You know, I know that was cool for you. I remember, like, your nan was like, "Hey," she went up to me and she was like, "Oh, Isaac adores you." And I was like, "Oh, no worries." But then we went to that, was it Gunwolf Keys? Gunwolf Keys? Yeah, it was Gunwolf Keys. And then we played Time Crisis and we completed it to the end. I just kept putting in coins. I'm like, we're gonna complete this game. And I know it was cool to you that we had that moment, but I want you to know that, like, I always wanted to complete a Time Crisis game and I never got to do that. And I had this gun to complete it on my PS1 ages ago, obviously, because I'm old, you know. We completed that together, and I want you to know that was special to me. And as a token of an apology, I want to give this to you, okay? Just kind of like just letting you know that, like, that moment meant a lot to me, and also I'm really, really sorry if I if I made you feel in some kind of way, okay?
That moment meant a lot to me as well, Mike. But we got to realise is at that day in Porchester Hall, you know, putting the half crab on Connor Mills. I tried to help, but what did that get me? It didn't. It wasn't just a kick to the jaw. I looked up to you, Mike. You're the only mentor I've got left. And I appreciate this.